Welcome back, all you space lovers. It's craziness of the internet here, and we are back again with another pirate roaming PvP video in EVE Online. Now, in today's PvP pirate roaming series, you guys, we will be using the Amarr faction's assault frigate, the Vengeance. Now, this thing is incredibly powerful at times, as it does have a bonus to its capacitor recharge rate, and it does allow you to choose the damage type that you want to apply by using the rocket ammunition. Now, there is many builds that you could design for this ship, and there is some powerful ones, especially the stable battery ones that use 2 reppers as well, but by doing that you do lose the power of the webifier. Now, the style of a build that I will be running today and like to use on the Vengeance is one that makes me have to control my capacitor and make sure that I do not cap myself out, as I am stable repping with 1 repper, and I do have to utilize when to use my 2nd repper and make sure that I am not pressured properly. So let me go ahead and show you guys what that build looks like right now. Alright, this is the build of the Vengeance that I will be running today. It is cap stable when you are repping with a single repper. There is more powerful stable builds that you could brawl with the Vengeance, but you do lose the power of the webifier. And when it comes to stabilizing some 2v1 and 3v1s, or especially locking down certain destroyers, the webifier is 100% needed. So I do utilize a playstyle where I have to control my capacitor on my own and choose when to activate certain modules at certain times to be able to maintain a stable repping role and to be able to take on those heavy destroyers. Alright, now that you guys have seen the build a little bit and that I am ready to go, we can now get out there and enjoy this roam. Always make sure, you guys, to remember that you are just a frigate and that you have to choose your fights correctly. Alright, the Tristan went down now. We got this guy pinned here. I do think he's artillery, so I gotta get in close. Remember, I have a high resistance to his explosive output. I think I'm in. He's starting to miss me here. I'm just gonna get my defenses up, make sure. Here we go. Light tester here, swing around. Come on, motherfucker! Gotta take him under his guns now. He's doing it right. He's trying to angle properly, but I don't think his web's going to hold him there. He's going to cut him right beside him. Yeah, he's starting to break.
A module has run out of charges.
Nice. Yeah, brother. I get some little pod. Come here, you. Alright, that was a good little 2 versus 1, but I only turned on the clip near the end there, so we can check out the Tristan here. It does look like he was properly DPS'd with shield. It should have been mediums instead of smalls. And let's take a look at the Thrasher here. Now, it does look like he also was just heavy DPS, and this is why he went down so fast. I was able to also get underneath his artillery, which makes it almost impossible for him to apply, but having no tank did make it an easy fight for me as well. And always make sure to drop off the loot, you guys, and to make sure that you do scoop all of the wrecks from any of the targets that you do kill, because it does add up over time. Let's continue on this roam.
There was a Catalyst Navy issue in here, you guys, but sometimes they do have friends. See how close he is. I think this guy's already lining out. Maybe he's set to kite me out. Looking a little quick here. Here comes the long point. We will have some cap issues eventually. He's trying to control his cap now. Let him spin around us. He's trying to stick with me here. That's what I was hoping for. Now that I am getting away from him, I'm going to try to burn at him now. See what he does. Might try and get it near me. See if I can web him. Ooh, I was close there. Got himself out yet. Where you going? Where you going, man? Scared? Oh, he's having cap issues now. Come back. Or I still am jumping around in the same system, and there is 2 Federation Navy comets bouncing around as well, so I'm going to try to land on one. He is inside here. Let's see if he's ready to run. Oh, he's like right by the beacon. This is good.
Your security status has been lowered.
Just going to free rep into his volleys here. Let's get another rep in. Remember, they do hit hard. Gotta make sure to keep our weapons overheated in case the other Federation comet is gonna land on us as well. Starting to take some heavy pressure here, so I'm gonna turn my engine off. Get another cap in there. Don't overheat the weapons. Can't burn them out. He is going to start power tanking us here. I'm going to turn everything off so that I can continuously rep. Because I do have a bonus for cap regen, so I need that to activate now. I'm going to be in some heavy trouble. I'm under some management here with my cap now, you guys. I'm on the very tip of it. Got that auto reload off. I've gone into a reload. This isn't good. Control my cap here. Gonna re-scram him. Cap management is key in EVE Online. Good fight, brother. Alright, scoop the loot. Let's get out of here.
Requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright, I'm just gonna dock up real quick here. I quickly just docked up here for a second, you guys, and the reason why I did this is you can see I have a thermal energized right here. Now I'm going to take that off, and inside my utility cargo hold I do have an explosive. Now I'm going to put that one on right now because I do see a Thrasher Navy issue over here. Now it could be kitey and be able to pin me down, but by switching quickly to explosive resistance over my thermal there, I do now have high resistance against this ship's main damage output. Hopefully I don't take a cap penalty on that. Oh, I did. Are they on the beacon? They're a little ways from us. Maybe they won't see me here. Oh, I could have got him. Damn. I am back in Zarzak now, and I have to just stop here to make sure that I do have some more paste, and I did get 80 more, and I do want to get another booster, so I'm just going to buy one right now and make sure that I do have that in my cargo hold. So make sure that you guys do this as well, always making sure that you have every single thing that you need before you head out on your roams to defend your area, aggress your targets, or just freely hunt for fun. I also did kill 2 more destroyers on that side, but I do think that they might have been bots, or possibly the player wasn't paying attention or just farming and not caring. I will throw those up right now for you guys to see, and you can be the judge of that. Now that we're here, we can also take a quick look at the kill mails here, and we see that when we did engage Damek in his Federation Navy Comet, that he was set to properly brawl, and this is a high DPS output frigate against any Tech 1s or Navy frigates themselves, but to our advantage, we do have the ability to ADC for that moment and stabilize, because in the end, we are just frigates ourselves, but we do have that sustainability with an ADC that most frigates don't have, because our goal is to be able to hold and destroy command destroyers. Good fight, Damek. Now if we look at the 2 kill mails from those players that weren't really doing anything, you can see right here that they are named number 2 and number 3, and that they absolutely had nothing in their rig slots or their mods except for damage amplifiers for their drones. Alright, now that we're ready to go, let's head over onto the Galente and Caldari side and see what kind of fights we can get ourselves over there. Alright you guys, I have landed on a catalyst here and I am trying to stay at max range. Now when you do pin a catalyst, make sure that you are keeping up your speed, even if it is railgun fit, which I do think it is. So I'm going to work my way in now towards it, and it'll struggle incredibly hard by tracking me, as railguns do struggle versus tracking versus velocity. Alright, it is breaking down. It's about to go down. Alright, good fight, my friend. Seems to be coming directly at me. Alright, let's go. Try to catch his cycle. Had to get in a good orbit away from his weapons. I think I caught his cycle there. Make sure to eat my repper. It's hard to kill him in this ship because I have such low DPS. But I should be able to apply pretty good. Oh, they are leaving. Reload off. I'll burn these out. I'm gonna have to kill all this to save power. I need all the power to rep. Consume the booster! Free snag. He's trying to run. They got scared. Hope he's scared of me though. Come here, come here. Trying to get out. Come back. Come back, you. Oh, GF, he fled. Alright, you guys, I did just dock up really fast to get a quick repair. That was a pretty good fight. I was in long range ammunition at first. I was not using range ammunition because I did want to see if I could control the Catalyst Navy at range, but their DPS output and their tank is just extremely heavy that the web controlling Vengeance might not be strong enough to take it on head on, and you might have to set it to more thermal based resistance. There is a thorax in here. Now if I can get under his guns, oh no, he looks to be kitey. So getting the fuck away from him. Oh, it looks like he doesn't want to engage. GG. Looks like his blaster DPS has stopped applying to me as I am out of his range. Maybe he has gone into a reload of null ammunition, but I don't think it'll save him. It is a little too late here. Ooh. Sorry, brother. Alright, you guys, I did stop back in Zarzak once again to refill on supplies, and we can look at these kill mails, but we have been getting some good fights so far, and we did lose a couple of them by letting them get away, but I have to make sure that my cap is controlled and that I can recharge on the fly. So I do like to have 2 ticks, which is 2 rows at least before I set to pressure. That way I know it can at least sustain a little bit as well as apply some DPS. Now that we are docked in Zarzak, we can quickly take a look at these kill mails here. If we look at Nappin McGregor, it looks like he was what I was suspecting, which was a high DPS railgun fit, but sadly he was not positioned in a defensive position and he was too close to the entry point and did allow me to scram him when it does look like he is set to kite. So if he does change those tactics, he will be able to get some better engagements. And if we look at beep boop 644421, he got annihilated. I also did try to get some big bigger engagements, but sadly they did warp away. Now remember, you guys, even in an assault frigate, because it says Tech 2, you might feel a little more powerful, but it's not really as powerful as you think. They are just situational to what you are trying to do. That's why there is different kinds of them, because each one of them is situational to its own design. So far we've had some pretty good engagements. Let's get back out and check on the Amarr side again. Alright, this guy's completely screwed. There is absolutely nothing he can do against a ship like this versus his ship. Hopefully he does have some friends here. I'm just going to hold him here a little longer. It does look like he is alone and he's going down. Good fight, brother. Honor the bravery. Well, this crazy little Rifter's going for it. Sadly, I do have high explosive resistance naturally to my shield, and this style of an assault frigate is explosive based resistant. So he is in for a heck of a time. I think he might have T1 weapons here. He's like barely grazing me. Alright, come here, you. Alright, GF little man, welcome to the war zone. Oh. I am going for this Algos here. Now, if it's full neuting Algos, which I don't see that it is, I'm just being pressured a little bit. If it was, I would be in serious trouble, but it looks like I can maybe possibly bring him down. Well, it's starting to hurt. I'm going to have to ADC. I'm losing cap fast. He might actually break me to my pressure point. Oh. My capacitor recharge rate is really powerful in this assault frigate. It's starting to counter-react the newt. Oh, he's starting to break now hard.
The capacitor is empty.
Oh, shit. Nice. Good fight, brother. Alright, those were some good little skirmishes so far, so we can take a look at his kill mail, and it does look like he was heavy set to pressure my capacitor as no way of turning off his newt, as he does have a booster there, and he did have himself a 400 plate. All in all, it does look like it's a pretty good ship, and it would be stable against any frigate. Alright, I do want to drop off the loot here and make sure that I don't have it in my cargo hold, as I have started to collect a good amount of ISK from all of the loot I've collected so far, just around 97 million. Alright, I'm going for this Catalyst Navy here. I'm going to try to stay out of his range as long as I can. So I need to stay around 5,000 if possible and get my velocity up. Oh, he's hitting me a little bit there. Alright, I gotta get back on this. When they hit, it hits hard. Might be able to crack him here, though. I gotta make sure I use these properly and start timing it. All he has to do is crit me a few times, and I do break. Oh, he's got friends coming in. Oh, no matter what, I'm gonna try and kill this guy. Come on. They're all locking me up. Oh, he's going down. I think I might be able to stabilize here. I am going to run out of Ensil, though. Might get on this guy. Had to get a little bit away from him now. On long pointed, too. I'm not getting out of this. Well, that NOS is really starting to eat me up.
A module has run out of charges.
My capacitor recharge rate is going to counteract that NOS, but that's all it's going to do.
The capacitor is empty.
Oh, we're getting neutered here by the Tristan now.
The
We're screwed.
capacitor is empty.
Ah!
Capacitor is empty.
Loot Fairy, don't give him anything! Oh,
Warp drive
good
active.
fight, guys. Got the Catalyst Navy. Bro. Alright, you guys, I am back in Zarzak now, and I did go down trying to engage that Catalyst Navy. We did manage to take him out, but his friends did land behind us and get us. Alright, when we do look at the frigate here from Dion Bryce, it looks like he was a Tech 1 style brawling frigate and might be in factional warfare for the first time, but he still did try to go for it even though he was pinned. Now, sadly to say, it does take 2 solid frigates to be able to pressure an assault frigate. One of them sadly won't do it, especially a T1, a good fight anyway. If we look at Kevin here, who was even more aggressive than the other pilot, but I did have high explosive resistance and I did switch my armor resistance to even more explosive, so it would have been one hell of a hard time for Kevin to even break my tank. And if we do look at his build here, yes, he is using the 200mm autocannons with a geostabilizer, but if you look down here at his low slots, he only has a 200mm rogue tungsten plate that should be minimum of 400, but all in all, good fight, Kevin. And lastly, looking at the Catalyst Navy issue that I did engage, it looks to properly be the heaviest DPS output for a Catalyst Navy by utilizing still its ability to be a dual tank destroyer. But we did manage to still take it down, but in the end his friends did pile upon us and we sadly were defeated. Now I think maybe if I did not utilize my Ancil Repper, even though it did not have any paste, and use my capacitor more on heating my dead space Repper, I may have caught more reps into it. But in the end, the Tristan pilot did scram and ram me and also nuke me out completely, so there was nothing that I could do. But I almost did get that Federation Navy Comet, but it was one hell of a brawl. Now I did get a lot of incredible fights on this roam and with this ship build and design, but you do have to make sure that you are risking it yourselves, you guys, because in the end EVE Online is just a PvP sandbox, so you should not care too much about taking losses, as they don't really mean anything in the end. All that really happens from losing a ship is that you just lose the ISK value, and the time that you put in to get the ISK is all that's truly lost. If you are not PvPers or are afraid to PvP, should not feel that way or disbanded from doing it, that you should actually go out there and engage in some PvP. And what you can do with the factional warfare factions now is you are able to enlist every 24 hours into any faction that you have good standings with, so it doesn't matter what you're a part of in the game, what alliance you're a part of, what corporation, or what you are doing currently with your friends or yourselves. At any moment you can go out there and join one of the factional warfare factions and get yourself into some PvP, so do not be afraid of that, but also take into account and remind yourselves that solo PvP is one of the most hardest and experienced aspects of the game, because you will most of the time be outmatched and outnumbered, so do take that into consideration. Always remember, you guys, that in EVE Online, the PvP based sandbox, that it is a social based sandbox game, and that the best ship in the game is always friendship. And because I got such good engagements on this roam, I do have to split this video into a 2-part series, so I will be finishing the first part here. And if you guys do make it all the way to the end of my videos, I do appreciate the love and support, and please do like and subscribe if you haven't already, as it does help out the channel a lot. If you guys are all staying safe out there, God bless, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.